G'day guys, Luke here. Welcome back to another video. And today guys, we're doing the Reptile update for March 2022. We've got about 28 animals to go through for today, so I do apologise if this video is for like 25 minutes to half an hour. There's a lot to go through, a couple of new additions and a few things have happened in the Reptile room this past month. So let's jump in and see how we're doing. Just blind myself with the torch, that's always fun. We start off down here with Monty, who is my male shingleback skink. He's housed in a 4-foot enclosure. He's actually doing pretty well, guys, coming out more often, basking. So in his enclosure, we've got his substrate, we've got his hide, a couple of rocks, a brick, a head globing UV, we've got his backing, water bowl and food bowl. Me sitting now gets about 33 degrees Celsius, the other side gets about 25. A majority of my enclosures get between about 30 to 33 degrees Celsius on the hot side, cooler side between about 24 to 27, except for one enclosure, but we'll get to that later. But yeah, we'll continue. I do apologise about the trucks and stuff going past. Being a weekday filming this, we always got traffic going along my road. Next up, we've got Blaine, who's my little lowland blotched blue tongue. She's housed in a 3-foot enclosure. Hopefully she's in here. There she is. Hey, gorgeous girl. She's a very shy animal, so I don't want to freak her out too long. So in her enclosure, guys, we've got 2 hides, so she's a shy animal. So I've got one here, one in that corner there, covered with some fake plant. That way she feels more secure. We've got a food bowl, water bowl, substrate, a couple of rocks and a brick in there, backing, heating UV. She's doing well. She's coming out more often, but usually when it's quiet, she will come out. She doesn't like any noise. But yeah, like I said, she's doing pretty well. Now the next 2 animals we're going to cover off are my 2 or 3 eastern blue tongues I have in the family. This one here is Bo. I'm pretty sure he's the eldest out of the 2 eastern blue tongues, or the 2 brothers that I have. So both of these guys are housed in 3-foot enclosures. Planning on upgrading these 2 plus Monty soon, depending what happens. Both have a hide each, fake plant, a rock, a brick to help with the nails, a backing, food bowl, water bowl, heating UV, and yeah, I think that's everything here. And also the substrate. I was going to do a substrate change this week, but since we had so much rain, I just can't do it as I need to dry the substrate out. Bluey, he's the brother. He's in an identical setup above Bo, sorry. He's just vibing out. Bluey's the more hissy out of the 2 brothers usually. Bo, he doesn't care. He just carries on with his day and all that stuff. I'm actually using my normal phone lens for this video, guys. So let me know what you guys think. If you prefer just the phone lens or the wide angle lens when I do the Reptile room videos. Wide angle lens, you see more of the enclosure as I go through it. But without it, you can actually see more detail of the animals. So let me know in the comments down below which one you prefer. So we go over here now into this 4-foot enclosure that houses Ray. She's not dead, just like, you know, guys. She's just sleeping in a weird way. Kind of like a Labrador, really. She's sitting on the rock there, getting nice and warm. We've got a head globe up there, a UV, a couple of fake plants in the enclosure, a water bowl, a piece of wood in here that she can either hide under or sit on top of. We've got a hide over here that she was sleeping overnight, her substrate, and a custom backing that I made for her, which was actually one of my first backings I've done, and it's actually held up considering quite well what she does to it sometimes. She's not dead if I just tap the glass. Hey, Ray, sorry to wake you up. I just want to show people that you're not dead. In fact, you're just sleeping. She's getting an upgrade soon. She'll be the first one to get an upgrade. So hopefully in about 2 months from now, I should have enough money to get the supplies and build it. If you guys are interested in seeing that enclosure build, let me know. We'll come down here next to Akko, who is my female eastern war dragon. She's the diva of the Reptile room. Just zoom in on her. She's not happy with me at the moment. Of course, being a girl, you know, if you annoy them enough, they'll be cranky at you. And there goes the comment section. Anyway, she's housed in a 4-foot enclosure we did her substrate just before the rain came, so she's got fresh substrate in her enclosure. We've got a piece of wood, a hide, a stick that she can climb up on and sit on a hammock where she can bask, a backing, a couple of rocks in here, a nice fake plant for her, a diva sign because she's such a diva, and a water bowl that's nicely clean today. And she's probably thinking about going in there to do a poop and me clean again, and then she'll go back in there, come back out, cover herself in substrate, go back in there and do it again. So she has a habit of doing that to me, which is you know, that's fine. All I have to do is put the TV on and she's happy. That's probably why she's not happy with me, because I don't have the TV on today. Anyway, I'll stop yappering and get to the next animal. This one is Atrium. Now, Atrium is actually one of the newest additions to the family. Atrium, he's a diamond python. Don't know the sex of him yet, but when he's big enough, I will get him sexed. And same with Aurelia. So see if I've got 2 boys, 2 girls, or male, female. At the moment, Aurelia being in her own cage, just because we have mites with her, which is annoying. This one was from a friend of mine, and she only has a handful of animals, so she didn't have mites anyway. But yeah, he's a happy, healthy animal. He's housed in a 70cm enclosure. So we've got 2 hides in here, a water bowl, substrate, a stick that he's actually sitting on, and a backing down made for him. It's got about, I think, 4 ledges, I think. Got 1 there, 2, the caved, and 4 on the top there. Usually we sit at the top or on his stick there. If you feel cold, you go in that hide there where there's a heat pad. So it comes out to here, so he's coverage pretty well. And then he shares that heat pad with these 2 snakes. Don't know where Caesar is. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll see my profile pictures on all these guys. Oh, there he is. So Caesar's in the hide. His girlfriend, Erin, she's sitting nicely behind the hide there on the heat. These guys also share a light strip that's just under here. So this is also a 70cm enclosure that houses, like I said, Erin and Caesar, my 2 children pythons. This is one of 2 pairs I've got breeding at the moment. Well, these guys are confirmed breeders. So we've got the substrate, 2 hides, water bowl, a couple of fake plants, a couple of rocks in there, a backing, like I said, light strip and a heat pad that they share with Atrium. These 2 are funny. She's actually a very sweet snake, Erin. She usually come up to the door looking for food. While Caesar there, he hates me. He would try and bite me any chance that he has, because he's he's a naughty boy. Likes to bite me. Sometimes he'll bite himself. Sometimes he'll bite his girlfriend. Sometimes he might even bite the backing at a spite. He's just a lunatic, I'll say. And like I said, that goes in a water bowl, about to do her business. Fun. Anyway, we come across here now. We've got Superstar and Graham, who are my 2 blind spider pythons. It'll be 12 years I have these 2. So it'll be 12 years of me being in the reptile keeping industry, I would say. And it's always continuing to grow, and hopefully I can stop now because I've got too many animals, as you can see in a moment. So Graham, she's the one sitting on top of the hide there. Superstar's just taking a nap in a warm hide there. So these 2 girls here got 4 hides in there, so they can choose. Can pretty much choose whatever they want. They've got a heat globe up there, just a normal light, just to light up the enclosure so I can see what they're doing during the day. Water bowl, substrate, couple of rocks, fake plant, backing, stick, just to help them with the shedding and climbing as enrichment items really. But yeah, these 2 girls are doing fantastic. Graham's still eating, considering it's into March. Usually she goes off food mid-March to April usually. So hopefully I can fatten her up before winter hits, where she goes off food for a little while. So just up here now, we moved Diablo over here now. So he's in a 1-foot enclosure. He's doing well. He's up in there at the moment. I don't want to disturb him. He's actually very friendly for a brown tree snake, but I don't want to disturb him today. So in his enclosure, got 2 hides, if the camera can focus, water bowl in the corner there, back in the stick, and he's got a heat pad on that side. But generally he likes to sit in the cooler side, as he likes it a bit cooler. We got up here now, we've got Pedro, who's my pink tongue skink. You can see him right back up in there. I do not want to disturb him today. I've already done that today. As you can see by the water bowl, he's had a hissy fit and put some substrate in the water. So he's in the house in a 2-foot enclosure. In the enclosure, we've got his UV, heat pad, 2 hides, a couple of rocks, his substrate, food bowl, and yeah, pretty much that's about it for him. But he's doing pretty well. Handling wise, he's getting better. Still a grumpy thing as always, but you can have to expect that from a male. Shots fired again. But yeah, he's doing well. We'll go over to his neighbour, who's Crystal. She's out more often now. Past couple of weeks she was hiding away, not wanting to come out. But now she's out again, eating, doing the normal stuff that she should be doing. So she's out also in a 2-foot enclosure. We've got a very fine sand that I use for my dragons and a couple of my other species. We've got an ornament, food bowl, water bowl, a hide that she can sleep in. Got a rock, got her stick, heat globe in UV. She's under for UV, just vibing out, chilling. Got her backing as well. Sometimes Crystal and Akko do have little staring competitions and hand waving competitions as well. But I've got a piece of paper here just to help Crystal feel more secure, and that way it kind of stops that or minimises the competition that much. I do have a little window here so they can see each other, but yeah, they just do fine. They've gone to the point now they don't even care anymore, which is honestly great. Right, where's this cranky bum? He's Bam Bam. He's my male pygmy bearded dragon housed in a 3-foot enclosure. Reason why I don't have him with Crystal is because Crystal tried to kill him when we tried to put him together last year. Bam Bam was trying to come over and, you know, do his little thing to Crystal. She was having none of it. I thought she would turn around and attack the poor fellow. But honestly, I can't blame Crystal, honestly. Bam Bam, you should be more patient, mate. But like I said, he's doing pretty well. Still doesn't like me. Doesn't matter, I'll give him a treat where he tolerate me. But he's doing fantastic. For an old pygmy, he's doing very well. Don't know how old he is, but he's probably estimated about 8-9 years old, and he still looks pretty well fit. So, like I said, in the enclosure, got sand on the bottom, food bowl, water bowl, couple of rocks, a backing, heat and UV. He's got a brick in there where he can bask on, also can sleep in. We've got his dragon head, fake plant. We've got his hammock, another wooden hide here that he can sit in and just sleep in. But yeah, he's doing very well overall. We'll come over here to these next 3 enclosures that are 1-foot enclosures. In here's my latest addition. This is little Roseau. If I can try to do this one-handed. Now Roseau here is a little monitor lizard. It's a baby ridge-tail monitor. Hey dude, we'll do that. Obviously he's being so small, it would be impossible to know what sex he is, or she. Come here, little fella. There he is. Actually, I might do put him on the hide there, so you get a better look. So where he sits there, it gets about 36 degrees Celsius. Oh, he's on a put on the hide too. Got to clean that too. Damn it! Try to make a video. You have to ruin your house a little bit, mate. He's doing well, smashing food. Loves his crickets, and he's got me on the hide. That's okay. So he has a UV light, heat globe, which I just popped over there for the time being. 2 hides, his sand, and a water bowl. He's been absolutely fantastic. Taming up quite nicely already because he's doing a little baby goanna. So we can't wait for him to get nice and big and pretty much watch him grow for the next couple of years, really. So he's the latest member to the family. Come over here now to Suey the sand swimmer. This skink has just grown so quickly, and there's found a little tail. Come on, go say hello. Come on, just playing hard. Giving a name sand swimmer. You can probably see the sand moving in the back of there. Oh, there you go. There's Suey. She's a funny bugger. The other night I caught her literally climbing up the fake plant there and onto the mesh and hanging upside down. She's a funny little skink, loves her food. Find it interesting in person, her bands are black, but on camera they look like a purple. So she's got a hide, fake plant, water bowl, and a good layer of substrate to burrow into, given the name Sandstorm. She likes to swim in the sand. My suggestion as well, guys, if you're keeping any arboreal geckos or, you know, small skinks like suey or small grana, have locks on your enclosures. Regardless, put lock on your enclosures. It will help minimise escaping. So next setup, we've got Charcoal, who's a little spiny tail gecko. See if he's still, yep, there he is. He likes to hide up in that little ledge there of his hide. He's very cute. Loves his food as well. So he's in his enclosure, guys. We've got fake plants. A few sticks for him to climb up on. A water bowl. Now, Charcoal and Suey share a heat pad. So he kind of helps there. Wherever I can shortcut it a little bit, I can do that. So both are doing well, guys. Charcoal and Suey. So, yeah, we'll move on. And of course, you just want to go back and hide. Down here, you've got Billy. She's the last of the Eastern Blue-tongue skinks. Gonna come out, sweetie. We've had her for just over a year now, and she's just grown so much. I was looking at photos of her last year. She was just a small little thing, skinny as. Not many people thought she was gonna survive. Now look at her. If you go onto, like I said, my Instagram, linked it up in the description, you'll see the comparison of her from last year to now. She's massive. She's a big girl now. Oh, excuse me. So in the enclosure, guys, we've got a heat globe, UV, her backing, 2 hides, a couple of rocks in here, food bowl, water bowl, substrate that we need to change. And these are changing most of these enclosures. Unfortunately, the weather hasn't been particularly friendly recently, and it doesn't look like it's going to be any more friendlier in the future, as we're expecting flooding, or if it hasn't flooded already. I have to check the nearby river to make sure it hasn't gone up. Anyway, down here, we've got some baby snakes. If you haven't seen my previous video, which I suggest you go check it out, that's when I go into more detail on these guys. Emma Azula's clutch hatched. We've got 7 babies out of the 12 eggs that were laid. Like I said, go and check it out. That's when I go into details on what happened during the incubation and afterwards. But yeah, so far these little fellas here are going pretty good. Now we'll go over here. In this little enclosure here, this is the other diamond python, Aurelia. Now I can't touch these guys because we've got mites, and yeah, sucks. But I don't want to risk spreading them into the other half of the reptile room. It's bad enough as it is with, you know, these guys having them recently. She's doing well, smashing food, this snake. So at the moment it's just a hide, paper towel. There will be a water bowl sitting there, but I did treat them this morning, so I can't put a water bowl in there for about 24 hours. So yeah, she's doing well. Got to feed them tomorrow, and that's when they get the water bowl back as well. It'll be tomorrow. Like I said, they're doing well. We come down here. Like I said, I can't show off many of these guys over here. But here's the parents to Emma Azula. Sorry, these are the parents of the baby snakes, Emma and Azula. So Azula is that. Where's my finger gone? There. Azula is that brighter one, while Emma's a darker one. Azula, she's gaining weight. She's always looking for food. She's doing great actually, considering back in November she laid those eggs and she was skinny as afterwards. But she's doing great. Regarding the little mite problem that we've got going, I've treated it this morning. Only 2 of these snakes along here have got them, so I'm fingers crossed. We're on top of it all, so fingers crossed in another 2-3 more treatments, they're all gone. Azula is good. Emma, he's still fine. He's actually tamed down a lot. He used to be a very bitey snake, but I kind of guess he's happy with me giving him a nice house and a girlfriend. And he's got babies now, or he's a dad now, so he's calmed down a lot. About a year ago, he was trying to bite me every chance he had, but now he's just as good as, as I hoped for, which is great. So I can't complain. So these guys at the moment on a 80 centimetre enclosure, so just shy of 3 feet. Got a heat pad, backing, 2 hides in there for the chew time. Also, when they have the water bowl back to be in there as well. And also to share a 5-metre light strip with Molly, Chris, and Chopping Orchid. But yeah, they're going well. Come across over here. Molly, who's my female jungle carpet python, she's doing well. She's only eating small food items at the moment just because she's still actually recovering from her surgery back in September. We did try giving her a couple of larger food items before. Unfortunately, she regurgitated those out, so she's stuck on the small stuff for now. Getting fed once a week instead of once a fortnight. But yeah, she's doing well. She's trying to bite me this morning. She wasn't happy. She's not happy with me. Well, you gotta do that. We gotta make sure she's happy and healthy. So she's still in a 3-foot enclosure. Heat globe. The backing I did from scratch was actually a lot of fun doing a lot of these backings. If you haven't seen them, watched Coop's Reptiles video. So Cooper, thank you for those good videos, mate. Great ideas. Saves a bit of money as well. You know, instead of buying $300 backings, I can make one for about $100. It's too easy. But there, she got a hide, a couple of ledges to sit on, a couple of vines in here just to set it off a little bit. Her water bowl would be in the corner as well, but I'm treating her for mice just in case as well. She hasn't had any, but better safe than sorry when you're on this side of the room. We'll come down here next. So a similar size enclosure to one above with Molly, being 3 foot. But this one houses my albino down carpet python Charles. He's sleeping in the back of the hide there, so I don't disturb him too much. His enclosure, where he's sitting now, there's a heat pad underneath his enclosure, keeping him warm. We've got his hide there, another hide there. His water bottle would be sitting here, like I said, training him for mites too. And we've got a hammock up there, so he can sit somewhere nice and high and feel secure if he feels like it. Then we've got a little light up here just to lighten up the enclosure for him. But yeah, like I said, I treated them today, and the next two, they've got mites. Well, one of them does 100%. The other one I didn't see any on him. But the rest of them are looking good. Speaking of, we've got it here now. We'll do Chris first, actually. He's not happy with me. Like I said, I can't touch any of these guys because I don't want it spreading over there. But Chris, he's the funny bugger. He doesn't like it when something new comes to the rest of the room, or I'm rearranging something in here. He always has to come out and see what's going on. So he used to be in that wood enclosure last month, I think it was. He's down the glass one. We do believe the mites were hiding in the wooden enclosures, or in his one in particular. Molly's we had to get rid of because her old wooden enclosure had water damage, and it wasn't healthy for her. So we thought, take her out, put something new where she can be a lot better. Chris is just up in there. Like I said, he's not happy that the fact I had to treat him today. But yeah, it is what it is. But his house in a 4-foot enclosure. He's got his heat pad under there at the moment. Got that light strip along him, log hide there. I need to get him a bigger hide actually, because he just doesn't fit in that one anymore. Otherwise, he fits in that one, no problem at all. So he's sleeping in there for the time being. Usually his water bowl will just be at the front here. Like I said, mites. Big deal. But yeah, he's doing well. He's about 7 foot long now, so he's a handful. Now down here to the last two. So these ones are the mite infested ones, which I figured out today. Chappie, he's the one going around at the moment. He shed his skin the other day, so he's looking pretty mint, I won't lie. He's actually very friendly, like he's no worries at all. Pretty laid back animal. But his girlfriend Orchid, she's in the shed. And unfortunately she was riddled with mites this morning, which sucks. But hopefully treating them in the cage. Yeah, we should get rid of these mites in a couple of weeks, fingers crossed. Because I've been dealing with them for the last, I don't know, 4 or 5 months now. Which is brutal. I had an idea where they're coming from, so I'm trying to cut back with contact where I've been going to. So, but yeah, it's been great. Otherwise, with these two, both been eating, doing things normally. Chappie just realised I'm recording him, so he's sitting still. Oh no, he's coming over to say hello. So usually the water well will be in the middle there. It's got his hammock, 2 hides in there for him to hide in. They've got a heat globe up here where it keeps them warm. So yeah, that'll be it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Sorry about the last probably 10 minutes hasn't been too great regarding to what's been happening over here, but fingers crossed all goes well and we go from there. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all in another video.